everybody, and welcome to the Takeaway, brought to you by J&D Waterproofing. He's Wolf, I'm Tunch. It's a Steeler Victory Monday, and man, Wolf, they're in the hunt. You know, we talked about it last week. The team that lost yesterday.
Did you see those donuts? And they
Well,
had
would you
donuts.
just stop the
Well, I'm
donuts?
just telling you, they had bacon on them.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
had
but-
Victory Monday. They had bacon donuts.
Yeah. Okay, let's
Love
talk
it.
about the
Okay,
game.
all right.
But the donuts, you're a donut head.
Sorry.
All right, so let's talk about the offense first.
Okay.
Who gets the game ball? Is it Duck? Is
Oh.
it James? Is it Benny Snell? Or is it the offensive line?
I'm almost thinking maybe you give it to Randy Fietner.
Yeah.
Think about all he's
Oh,
had to put
right.
up with.
Yes,
the
yes.
adversity he's faced, whether it was
Yeah.
losing Bell and Brown or losing Ben or Mason and back to Devlin, and then Mason and Devlin and wide receivers Deontay and everybody else that have lost time, Juju,
Yeah.
all these things, and running backs. and
James
everything.
Conner?
So literally, you could say Randy Fietner right now.
yeah.
It was one of the most important guys. But I will say this: I thought that James Washington came out and he became the number one receiver that Duck needed him to be.
Right.
Somebody had to make a big catch. Somebody
Yeah.
had to make a big play for this young guy and get him rolling and get the Steelers rolling, and it was James Washington.
You know, and at the beginning of the game, all Duck's throws were short.
Right.
Screens, flat passes, checkdowns, and I said. To
And
the
I thought it was
broadcast-
hilarious
Yeah.
because you said right then, you're going, okay, everything's short. He's got to go long. And I'm like going, well, maybe he's getting in the groove and everything. And next thing, he goes long. And you were right on. It was like
Well,
you're in the huddle.
And then we went, and then the running game with Benny Snell.
Right.
Finally he's finding the creases. It took
what's
him a while.
interesting?
Yeah.
Tackle to tackle. This
Yeah.
guy finds a
Yeah.
hole.
Yeah.
If he gets east and west, he's just not very good. When he goes north and south, man, he's got something going on there.
When the play from their own half-yard line.
Right.
That
popped
would
it through there.
And it was a great adjustment by the offensive line because it was an even defense. They
Right.
shifted into the odd,
Right.
and nobody missed a beat. And Dave DeCastro had a nice block. BJ had a nice block, and Ramon had a nice block. And
Absolutely.
Then he split the offensive lineman. He went right between BJ and Dave DeCastro, and it was a first down. That might have been one of the most important plays to that point
Absolutely.
in the game. Yeah.
They got him out of some deep
Yeah.
trouble, and they
Yeah.
got the ability to roll on, and they mashed up a lot of that yardage in the second half after, number one, we're pleading, let's get a fast start. Well, it didn't happen.
Didn't happen,
Nope.
yeah.
But then we were also excited about the fact you're in Heinz Field, it's a home crowd, 38 sacks the Steelers came into that game with, 30 of them happened at Heinz Field.
Right.
So you got the crowd and you can get off on the snap and maybe turn that 4-sack, 11-hit performance that the Brownies laid on the Steelers and turn that around, which they did.
That's what they did.
5 sacks, 7 hits later. That was big for the
Yeah.
Steelers on this day.
Yeah, and one of the things that you gotta be excited about, Bud Dupree and T.J.
Oh.
Watt, they are crashing.
They are.
And they are doing a great job. And Javon Hargrave.
But, he's going to cost some money because
Yeah.
his contract's
Yeah,
going to.
the guy that you wanted to vote for to the Pro Bowl, Wyatt Teller. He just burned.
He wasn't
him.
on that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
That was another
You
guy.
were gonna give him you were gonna say.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's just complete false news right
hey,
there.
Wyatt Teller is a great player.
You're such a liar.
Yeah. Well, he's the liar.
I might have overstated it a little.
He always
I
overstays.
get a little excited about,
Yeah.
seeing things first
But
time.
and then I love the way the linebackers attacked the line of scrimmage. Devin Bush, Mark Barron, Vinnie Williams.
Right.
It was just
They
great.
all did a great job. And then
Yeah.
how about Joe Hayden closing the show?
Yeah.
Last week against the Cincy Bengals,
Yeah.
right? He drops 2.
Yeah,
Right?
2 picks,
And he
yeah.
squeezes the Sharman this time. I mean, he got that pick. And you want to talk about a smile?
Yeah.
I've not seen anybody smile as much as Joe Hayden did when he came off that turf and took that ball to the bench, then I think to his family up in the stands or
Right.
whatever. But the fact was, getting that game-clinching INT
Yeah.
versus your old team has got to be one of the sweetest things going.
And you know what? This young man, he is a classy kid.
He is.
He is a great young man.
Did you see? He was on with Deion Sanders, and they were doing a side-by-side shot, and he had this hat on.
Yeah.
And he looked a little like Jimi Hendrix.
I
Had a
was
very
thinking he
fancy
looked-
coat on.
I was thinking he looked like Bob Dylan.
No, Jimi Hendrix. Come on.
I thought he looked like Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
The hat was very Dylan-esque, but it was a little smaller than Hendrix.
The hat, yeah. And you know what? I love the confidence of Duck going into Arizona. I think this young man is going to ride the wave of the emotion, of the confidence, of his good play, and I think we're.
And then we get to see my brother, your brother.
Yeah,
you know, Ron
Ronnie
Wolfley down
Wolfley,
there.
that's
He's
right.
the Tunch of Arizona.
Yeah.
We're coming down there, bro.
Yeah, that's right, Ronnie, and I can't wait to see your
I know.
brother, Ronnie.
It'll be awesome.
He is I love him.
He is something. He is something.
All right, he's Wolf. I'm Tunch. This has been the takeaway.
That's not Jimi Hendrix, and I'm not Bob Dylan.
Sponsored by J&D Waterproofing. Thank you, J&D. And,
Very much so.
And thank you, Wolf.
Oh, thank you. I want to thank me.
Like you said the last time, I want to thank all the little people that helped me win this award, but I can't really because I did it all myself.
You're
That's
such a
what
turd.
Wolf
He's a
did.
turd.